wait.
No losses.
It's
So.
It's kind of fun. Oh, exactly.
We need to perform, we need a performance. Can you perform for us?
Tucker, come here, come perform.
All right,
No, he just wants.
we good?
Oh, yeah, I got my $5.
All right, I'll call to order this special meeting of the Pleasant View City Council. This May 29th, I believe it is, 3:30 or March, thank you. No, March 29th, 2023, 3:30. Welcome, everybody. This is basically a Founder's Day planning meeting. So with that, the chairman of our Founder's Day committee is our own esteemed Steve Gibson. So I'll just turn it over to him.
Well, thank you. We're still missing a couple key players, or hopefully they're coming in. So I've talked to most everybody about everything, and so in lieu of time, we don't want this to drag out. If you can talk just briefly kind of about the event, but then mainly this is a coordination meeting. Hopefully Tyson will come to see.
Yeah, he was planning on coming. I know he was wrapping up a couple of things. I could see him walking over now.
So, let's just communicate those needs and things. I'd like to for sure have the volunteers that we need, so Ann can kind of work on that so we can get that going. But just basically come together so that we don't have any surprises. I was talking with Heather the other day, and it's just automatically let's just go and have everybody do their job, and everybody it'll be done. So thank you everybody for coming. I think let's just start kind of with the beginning of the week, and really pickleball I think will be the first thing. And
we're going to go on Tuesday, Wednesday.
Okay.
Mhm. That'll be all day and into the evening of both those days.
anything that you need for that, or is that pretty? Are we gonna have our new courts all ready for
Yes, we are.
our tournament courts? Darn it.
Darn it. Next year though, we will for sure. So yeah, we're good to go there.
We just got the ramp grant for those who didn't know. We picked that up, and so we're ready to, not all the money's there, but we'll start on it here soon. Big chunk of it. Heritage, Jerry. And I don't know, do you need to come up to the mic?
Yes, if you don't mind, and I'll make sure that's on for you. Just because we are recording on YouTube. Oh, it is on.
Yes, we're anxious to support the Great Founders Day process again this year. Plan on entering another award-winning float in the parade. We'll get the application, Cindy. On Thursday night, we're planning on Stories in the Park. Last year we did the first half of our 15 mayors. So we'll pick up this year and do the second half of those, and they're all living. Are you going to be alive, Mayor? Well, they will all be alive in the comments. I apologize. But so we're looking forward to that, and looking forward to 7 o'clock. Wadman Park.
Thursday. So let's make sure, Heather, do you have some good information on that to get? So this month we'll kind of have a blurb about it, generic. Next month we will then go for a little bit more, and then June we will go with a full-fledged.
Didn't mention, we still are going to do Goose Chase. Could try it for one more year. We've got kind of mixed feedback on that, but we still think that it's a great reaching out, and people some specific information about our heritage, and they can answer that and have some fun in the process, and see if we can make it work one more year and go from there.
So for at least this one more year, it's going to be Traditions for Generations will be our theme. I love that. And you guys can, I don't know, I'm up this next time, but I just like that Traditions for Generations, because that's really what Pleasant View represents, in my opinion, is these things that go on. And I like that we can have some traditions and bring our families and grandkids back. And Jerry, thank you for reminding us of our past. I thoroughly enjoyed last year, and the hot springs thing, that was just a wonderful thing. So thank you for the Heritage Foundation for doing it. And we definitely want you to be part and feel part of what we're doing.
Thank you very much.
Chairs is one thing. I don't know, we need to get some of these things as we get going, to have some things stockpiled and stationed at different venues. And I don't know how the best way to do that is. Yeah, chairs and just have a few things that we can pull out. And I know there's going to be some money, but we've talked about that, about having some tables and picnic tables and chairs and the stage and a few of these things as we get going. I'd like to, that's one.
As far as we've been independent, we've been able to provide enough chairs.
And you do, but just be able to have some stuff up there, for these types of events and utilize that.
All new audio visual equipment, so we're not going to run out of anything this year. No, we've got our own now and we've got our own video system. And so everything we do,
Wow. Well, then you're leaving us behind. That's good.
we're just following you.
Congratulations. Please let us know as we go forward if you need anything. Thanks, Jerry. CERT activity.
That on Monday night last time. Do you guys remember? It was Monday. So
What do you think? What are you thinking on that?
last time we did like a full-fledged, like emergency, like kind of mock disaster, if you will. I'm not sure if we're going to go that in depth this time. So still kind of working on ideas. If anybody has any, I'd really be open, but.
Put away sandbags.
Right.
I think it's just a good idea to have an idea that it's there and that it's functioning and that we never want to use it, but.
Great idea. We can work with our new committee to come up with
Yeah, we'll come up with something. We'll do something Monday night.
So Monday night we'll kind of put that as for that. Perfect. And Sarah, flags at City Hall, and that works. That's really good. I think that's. Mayor, do we know when we're going to have our unveiling of the?
We're probably weeks away from getting the permanent panel. So we can still.
Everything should be. Yeah.
June 14th.
So we might have a Tuesday open if we want to do it that day. But I'm hoping we can get the grass and stuff all prepared and back. We're going to sod some of those things around the. Okay. So if we can get some sod or something. Yeah, we'll just, I know. But have that fixed up for Founder's Day. All right, Sarah, do you want to take the Friday or Cindy? I don't know who you want.
Great, yeah, we're scheduled for the movie in the park. We will have the YCC do popcorn. We've got our sound and screen already booked, and it's going to be Minions: Rise of Gru,
What night is this one?
Friday, the 23rd.
Kevin Costner?
For treats and trivia.
Yeah.
For the council. Maybe some-
Yeah, come hang out, come do some karaoke.
Yeah.
Oh, I won't be there for that, but I'll be there for the movie.
Council, yes.
And about the city and all of those things, and whoever was the first one up to the microphone with the answer. We had people Googling things.
That was fun.
Yeah, and that's the new one that just came out like at the end of 2022.
Excellent film. Like 7 times. Nothing
Good.
crazy.
Okay, we're
We
good.
need to get Sandlot back on the rotation another 4 or 5 years because that was a great movie,
Got it.
right? For all the old people. Good, perfect. Robbie, what do you think about? Well, you got a microphone right there.
Well, really nothing. I've got everything as of last year, the same, unless something changes between now and then, our monthly meetings, I can change up. But other than that, we're set for the kids, the parades.
Phil, do you want to talk about the run at all? Do we know anything?
Well, we don't have the route, so I still need to figure out, I'm assuming we're gonna do the same route as last time. I'm gonna get some posters printed that have the route outlined on it. So as soon as I know that that's still the same route.
That's the 5K one, right?
Correct.
We did.
So same time, same route. For the-
Yep. Yep, same time, everything. And I,
Do the police help with that at all, or are they?
A couple of us do traffic just to make sure, you know, if they're gonna,
there was
We try to
one
keep 'em
following,
on.
usually the last runner too.
yeah. So we'll have a couple of us out.
I've never participated in the run. I know, Ann, you're,
Amy and I, we're gonna race this.
Yeah.
But it's at 7 o'clock.
Awesome.
Okay, do what you did last year with footage and stuff, because we're gonna have a YouTube live.
What do we do?
You sent me footage, you sent me pictures and videos.
Hey, I'm in awe of you guys doing.
Oh.
I will put $20 into that to see if he makes it.
I'll register the mayor. I'm happy to cover it.
Now, wait a minute. Would this before or after the Heritage?
I'll bring the last group in, okay?
Phil, what time does the race start? 7?
Yeah, so that's what I was
Is
just,
that what we had last year, right?
I think it was 7.
Doesn't the
Yeah, it was 7 o'clock.
salutes kick that off? or-
Yeah, we got the
No,
salute.
we have one football time again, so the guys are, so yeah, the same kind of last year, so we're good.
Yeah.
And then, oh, are we done? Are we good there? Cause
No, hang,
you're planning on the bike parade. We need
Yep,
to do it
like,
at 9:30 at the roundabout.
I
Okay.
I have, the kids parade, right?
Yeah,
I have a, right here, for the kids parade and parade, I have it at 8:30 to hard shutdown. So, cause,
I think we
I
just,
mean, I'm sorry, 9 o'clock is a hard
that
shutdown.
sounds good.
8:30, they're coming between 8:30 and 9. When 9 comes, we're just shutting it down for the kids, and then it's gonna be shut down from there till the end of the parade.
The bikes will take off about 9:30
Yep, we'll have it all.
are you gonna start that at the roundabout or are you going to?
roundabout.
And I'll also have motors again. I'm
Okay,
gonna
cool.
get help with the county. Troopers said that they might throw a few bikers in for us. So more the merrier, I think. Looks good for us.
We did the same, we had our.
Excellent. Did you need?
For the,
We have the.
I'll find out.
Yeah, I'll do all that for you guys. I can get those, buddy.
differently.
Why is?
Anyway,
So the route will be the same for the run?
I think it worked great last year with it. So I think we got a map somewhere. I might have to look downstairs on mine, but
we could follow up with that, but just make sure, I mean, do what you do. And I think the motorcycle officers were really neat last year. Just-
yeah,
that-
just keep them kids so they don't get run over. Yeah. So I'll have them in again this year. So, but yeah,
I know we've tried every year, some contact in Hill Air Force Base for a flyover. Let's put that back out there again. We'd love to have a F-35 just zoom right down Pleasant View Drive.
that
So-
cool.
So we haven't had one yet, but wouldn't that be fun
The year.
this is the year. So,
Then, when we're talking about parking and traffic for the salmon bake last time, we kind of had like a special drop off or.
We were gonna
We're
set
so
that,
good for that.
for the elderly handicap. We'll make that little lane again
Okay.
with it coned off and then, of course, they have to go find a parking spot. But I think that helped. That worked.
the only problem with that was we had so many people there before that it was full before we even started the handicap side.
We did the drop off.
Well, but it was full.
It's full.
No, it was full.
But
Parking lot's full, but then there's a drop off where they can just drop and go.
when, so parking lot's full, but they still need, the people can drop them off right there. Where the line
Okay.
is.
And the issue we were having at the last part, they're parking on the west side on Shady. You know, is that something you guys, do you want them to park there? Does it's overflowing? Or it says no parking? Should we just
Don't we shut that down to one way?
yeah, we're going south only.
Yeah.
I think it would help out a lot.
I think since we only have one way, we won't park. I get my reserve spot as usual. Have that. So
If you guys are okay with that, I think, yeah, let's utilize it, park them all there. We'll have some happy
Yeah.
little, you know,
do we fill up everywhere else? I know that the car show is exiting, but is that all full down there?
The line goes clear down.
Yeah. So are we good with that? I don't think there's a problem, as long as you don't have a problem with that. It's not this year. That was last year, so it's every other. Okay, salutes, I think we're good with that. Breakfast and run, Phil, what else do we need? I know that our main contact is out but not down.
Yeah.
Down but not out, I guess.
A lot of that, what I need to find out is number of sponsors. I know we'll take as many sponsors as we can get, but what our goal is on that, and I need to figure out where our budget is. Sounds like t-shirts are arranged and printed. Sounds like food's arranged and medals are arranged, so
Sam's gonna come through again.
So we'll just have to arrange, pickup times. I can run down and pick it up. I'll talk to Straw Market and see if we can keep the food there in the freezers again. And then, I'll just try and figure out posters to get printed. Yeah.
Mayor, if for some reason Kevin can't make it, I mean, I suppose the cooker and everything is all gonna be available.
I'll do volunteers. I'll use the same volunteer format we had last year and just try and.
Do we need any more grills or things? I mean, I know you're just going 100 miles an hour on that one grill. But
Briskey's bring theirs. If we don't do bacon, we'll have no problem.
Yeah, bacon takes long.
yeah, let's not do bacon, just ham.
I got a couple notes from last year. So we served 700 at breakfast. We had 229 runners. Breakfast was good. Suggestions, medals near the food, because the medals were so far away. Could we have food warmers at breakfast so that they can have some in the holding? Theme for the medals, maybe make the medals the same for pickleball and running, and volunteer identifier. So someone who is there to identify who the volunteers are and get them to their spots. Those are the notes I took last year for this part.
So the medals are gonna be a little bit bigger. That was Kevin's suggestion. And you like the pattern.
Yeah, I think the
They
medals.
really were awesome.
Here.
I didn't get one.
Where does it end? Does it end on 400 or 600 or where does
Right
it?
here.
Right on. Front.
Could we change that so that it ends by the Bowery? Is there, I mean,
I'm wondering now, you got cars pulling in and everything for the breakfast, but if it could end down here by the parking lot.
A little closer,
yeah,
100 feet over that way. It's kind of below
Well, they would come in right down here and then cut across and go over and end in the bowl. And so I don't know if we can end at 100 yard, like right at the top of the hill by the bathroom. Maybe that's what you're saying.
yeah, just close.
And everybody can cheer for them while they're eating their breakfast.
Uphill is killer. I'm not gonna lie.
Separates the men from the boys.
Ann and I will walk it together.
Yeah,
So parking lot will be blocked.
but it would be cool to end it right by the Bowery. Everybody can cheer for them while they're
And
eating
if
their.
there's north.
And the medals will be right there too, which
Yeah.
would be nice.
Yeah.
'Cause you have to
We
take
could do a switch back on this end and then come back.
That's
Sounds
not
great.
They have
With that feels.
some kind of stand that say free.
Pickleball has one we can share. It's really fancy.
So good. So let's work on that.
Coordinate
Okay, good enough. So Phil, you in good shape with the breakfast and the run?
Yeah, I'll get posters printed. I think so. Yeah. Yeah.
And I really like the A-frame stuff, a few times before that week.
Yeah.
Continue that. I know Sarah's working on, the social media part. And, I told the, car show that we're going to try to advertise a little bit more. I talked to Pepsi. I invited him to come here today. I don't know if he may still come. But, I told him that he could advertise as well. They've given us free pop for years. And he said that won't end, which is good. But, let them know that we support the Pepsi and have them be able to.
Give us the logo so we can put it on.
Yeah. So I think that'd be good.
There's always the one.
Bike parade. I think that was a good addition last year. And so, and I fought against that, but I apologize.
I think I'm glad you're still apologizing. Thank you.
Thank you. No, I'm serious. Well, it was a good, I think you guys did a great job with that and
Fun.
find another good princess or print or.
We got Prince this year. We're gonna ask Bridger.
You got it
I
already?
talked to his dad already.
Okay, awesome. Can he ride or you'll have to provide?
We're gonna have to figure something out because he can't really ride, but I'm working with his dad. Yeah, that's what we're working on, but he's, bigger kid. You can't pull him in like a kid bike trailer, so we gotta get something, but we'll figure it out.
Okay.
If not, if all else fails, I think we'll get a golf cart or a four-wheeler or something. We'll figure something out. So,
I'll call for it.
That's,
Okay, Cindy, you had some really good comments for our last meeting. Hopefully you've saved all those and come on up to the. I think no, just go ahead.
Okay, for parade, is that what we're talking? Okay, awesome. We already have parade applications out. They're posted on the website. They've been sent out to past participants. We already have 8 entries, which is fantastic. So we'll just continue with some of that. There will be some horses this year. We got the AHA Riding School.
they did show up.
They have not officially done like an application yet, but we've talked with them and they want to bring their horses and some riders. So that'll be awesome. We'll have them provide their own Hooper Scoopers though. That's the plan.
behind the band.
Right in front of the city council.
So do we have the paramedics coming for the sample stampede?
Right? And Dave and I have talked about scooting back our emergency personnel and all of that stuff and staging them from Barker Park to the corner here of 500. And we'll just have to push the rest of our staging back further so that people can sit on the hill right there.
That's a question for everybody, I guess. We could leave the emergency vehicles up there, but the parade would actually start back at the entrance to the park. So
Sure. Well, those are like number 1 through 6 or whatever that sit right there. And then as the parade begins, they begin. But the complaint was people sitting on that hill missed that part of the parade, even though they saw them sitting right in front. So that's up to you guys, I guess. But if we do that, we move our emergency personnel down. We're going to have to push people way down Alberta to probably 400, 300. Yeah.
So if we push them down and go up and
We already are down and up is the thing.
do we have enough,
So
can we push them into the cul-de-sac too? I
we
mean,
use the cul-de-sac for all the Hells cars, the antique old cars. And so really where staging would end up is just further down Alberta for the rest of them. So in front of people's houses. And
what do you guys feel about it? I think it's important. I think a lot of people are adopting that as a good place to sit. So I think even though the parade starts.
You have to redo your traffic plan for your last one.
We wouldn't go over 400 though. We would just.
that'd be close. Yeah, we were close to 400 this last year.
I see, yeah, we go east instead of about 500, you get all the ladies, the ladies come in trying to do this. I put that, we go 400 in the top. You have to.
Okay.
go up 400 towards Weaver High Drive? Okay.
So down Alberta here, but then up 400.
Yeah, and that be next, we go right down 400 or good number. But yeah, I see we go up 400.
So you'd still do 400 and going east on Alberta, but maybe not up 400? No, for traffic. Because you have traffic right now off of Pleasant View Drive.
Alberta right now. No one will come this way unless it's a full.
Okay. Yeah, we can touch base with that. So I guess what we really needed
Then
from
you have
the
to shut
council
down.
is if you wanted us to move.
Pleasant View
staging
Drive right
back.
now, you shut it down. Come up, or either down 600 or.
Yeah, or they can come up 400 off. Pleasant View Drive, and they can take their route, or come all the way up and route.
Well, I'm just talking traffic.
Yeah. Traffic will be,
Okay,
always covered up there.
okay, good.
So as far as advertising it, how do you want us to advertise that as the start of the parade? Just parking lot of
We
Barker?
call it just, is it 550? Can we just say it's 550 or entrance of the park, entrance to the?
Can we put a sign or something, maybe make a little banner, start of the parade?
It starts on the east side of Barker Park. Parade will start on the east side of Barker. We can go down.
Front of City Hall.
Why not? Or a balloon arch or something, that'd be kind of fun.
Okay,
Yeah, sorry. So notes for 2023, start of the parking lot. Placement was perfect and policy for handouts. I think we had someone doing handouts last time or something.
yeah, so we talked about no flyers. Just stating that, yeah, campaigning especially. campaign flyers, but just flyers in general. I don't know. It ends up as garbage all over.
So there were some that were handing out coupons, right? Are we okay with that? Or are we saying no flyers or no paper handout?
There's something attached to it. Is it as big of an issue?
And you have like,
think coupons are as bad as.
I think if you say no flyers, people are gonna shop for coupons anyway, and so maybe that just limits the ones that you don't want.
Didn't it hold up traffic though a little bit too?
Not so much. Usually they have walkers on the side handing out those things. It's just the garbage that's left. And a lot of it was campaigning flyers. Not so much business flyers that we had problems with, but campaigning flyers.
Nobody wants to take. I mean, there's just, I don't know why they bring a flyer. It doesn't do any good. So.
Right.
What are your thoughts on that then? Just
And that's what we'll say. Some will still do it anyway. Okay.
You have more, you said? Oh, okay.
Whatever else you want.
So I haven't got back with you on this one, Cindy, but I've updated the actions. There's a lot of actions that we need to do as far as getting ready for the parade. But one of the things we want to talk about was the parade banners. We haven't ordered those, right? Though, or have we? We good?
You mean parade banners as far as the first, second, third?
Yeah. So
We keep the flags that we bought last year, and the flags were double-sided, first, second, third, and mayor's choice. We put them on a 7-foot pole, PVC, and we're just having the floats take them. The question is how we want to approach that this year, have somebody walk in front of it, still just do the flags. If they're not going very fast, the flag then obviously doesn't hang out is kind of the issue. I don't know what you want to do.
I was thinking maybe at some point we could have them walk in front of the vehicle or something, because you can't really see them. That's the part. We have those nice flags, but we can't see them. I don't know. That's something.
So if we do that, that's fine, but then we'll need 8 more volunteers to walk.
that's fine, as long as we know. I think that's fine. We can handle that.
Okay, so we already had we had 4 girls walking, 4 kids walking with the banners for the grand marshal and the honorary grand marshals. So if we do it for these 4 winners, we'll just need to add.
are they big enough that you
Yeah,
can put
can
on
we
a
just use
pole?
those flags, the same one?
Are they big
Yeah, we
enough
can use the same one.
Same one.
yes.
that you can mount like 2 carrying? I mean, is it a 4 by, how big is
Oh,
that?
no, they were big. Probably a 3 or 4 by 6.
Oh, good. So that would be, you put it on
By 6 or, yeah,
I'd have 2 people.
and just have
carry it.
them walk in front. We can do that as well.
So we need
8 more.
8
Based
more.
on history, Jerry's probably going to be able to put it across the front of the truck. So we could maybe do that.
Yeah, and if you want to approach it that way too, I don't know how you wanted to approach that way, but if we,
It's just not easy to attach to a vehicle. So, and it's not easy to read.
Magnets don't hold it. You don't want to
it
scratch.
was a cloth flag is the
Yeah,
ones
and
that we did for the
We
winners.
did put some magnets on to try to keep, but that just didn't work. That was for the, for the
Some of the
number.
vehicles. Yeah.
We
Yeah.
decided on the.
Yeah.
model.
Yeah, I think we're good there. And we got the bike parade one. I'm glad that worked out. Called it Coddles, Eldon Coddle. That's what.
Eldon and Cookie.
We made like a list or something. Like who was on this, so that was the list.
Well, we went through that and we've discussed it.
Talk to them about.
I have not. I want to go talk to them, but the only one was the honorary grand marshals. Do we want to do an honorary again?
Is that was this or-
No, it was a potential list. It wasn't in order.
We talked, didn't we talk about honorary being, who's the guy? Who's in our, John Reynolds?
Yeah, I remember we talked, I don't know them, but,
Yeah.
do we need, because we had one man and then we had 2 women.
Is
We could do
John's wife?
Oh, well,
No,
mhm. She won't be able to come.
And so then we
Yeah.
decided that this-
So I think he's been really involved in Kiwanis, and he brings like awards here for our YCC all the time and kids in the community.
This was the decided.
We had an executive mini meeting. It wasn't an actual meeting because we had 3. We had 2 people together.
I don't know if anybody else is involved in that. So oh, that was the week. I don't know if Phil, oh no, I did talk to Phil about it. So I think, yeah.
I just think they've just done a lot. Sarah, are you,
Well, no, we talked about makeup for the last 5 years. We just wanted to run with it.
I don't think it's a given that they're on.
Okay.
So that's my opinion. So it's a discussion that we have, and there's hundreds of people that could do it. It has, in my opinion, we have a list of potentials, and it could change every year. This is a suggestion that we.
No, that's fine.
so we did talk about Eldon and Cookie Cottle. I mean, they're longtime residents, they've helped with the pickleball several years ago. They just have been supportive, and I just felt that would be a good.
I don't think, we don't really have a runner-up.
So I don't know.
No, it's fine.
We kind of passed that by. Phil, I mean, what do you think? Ann? Mayor, are we?
I just wasn't curious.
Yeah. So I'm sorry, but yeah, we kind of made that decision at one point. At a little mini conference with two of the council members there. Anyway, anything else for the parade, Cindy?
Well,
Yes.
I have more too. So we're concerned about, and we have been in the last couple of years, about entries that may not meet our community standards. I don't know if there's really anything we can do about. We have one entry that's been 2 years in a row that's kind of not great, a one-person entry. But
One person entry.
yeah, but we don't have anybody. I don't know. We just got to be careful of how we handle that. But if there's anybody that comes here that we don't really want to be in the parade, I'm not sure that's.
I think the best thing to
Don't
do
discriminate.
is to put, some criteria in place, and it has to be broad enough that it doesn't discriminate and we don't limit anybody's speech and to me, I guess, too, the entries in some extent speak for themselves. And so,
I don't think it's a big issue. I just want to be aware of that. Parade announcers. So we've had Kevin Kevin Hull, and I haven't talked to either one of them. I would assume by then everything should be good there. And then planning on Mel still. And what was the other guy? I don't even.
Karen Carver. Yeah, I can ask them.
We
I'll
asked them.
take care of that other roundabout.
Aaron Carver?
That's funny.
Yeah,
I'm
So we're good. We do need a sound system for that location, and
So that was the thing I was going to ask about as well. Last year, we rented both from Hoyt Atkinson. So he has generally done the one at the park. And last year, we had him also do the one at the roundabout. It was $550 last year for him to do both. Wondering if that's the go-ahead for this year, or what you want me to book that way.
no, the other one was the fire station one, right? And it kind of fell through last year, but I think let's just rent them unless we can buy one at some point, but that's the.
As long as you can spread them out a little bit, so, and I
How was it last year? Was it okay as far as spread out or set up that way?
I thought it was
we
great.
pass by, we can hear it, but I don't know.
What was great was that it was not staff responsibility, because the guys with roundabout was still falling on them with Hoyt Atkinson. Then he took care of that, correct?
Other than the
So-
truck, that dump truck, it was, yeah.
Right.
I thought it was good. That's great there because that's where the bike parade starts. That worked out really good. And
I like it. I think, go ahead.
Good with that. Okay, awesome. I think that's all that I have.
yeah, all on my list too.
Okay, oh, actually, I'm lying. We did receive this event thing from Weber County Health Department saying that they need applications in for our mass gathering and temporary food booths and those kinds of things. So I don't
Want me to
know,
rip it up, or do you want to go ahead?
right? I can hand this
You
over
hand it
to
out to
you
me, I'll take
here.
care of that.
Who wants to be in charge of these things? Mayor, you will. I'll hand it on over.
Yeah.
Breakfast I did take care of it each year, so.
Okay, awesome.
Perfect. Looking forward to this. By the way, this is my most favorite day of the whole year. 4th of July is pretty close, but I love Father's Day. Sarah, we're gonna either we're gonna have a tubing hill with snow or we're gonna have a water slide. And I've already got with Toby and Dean, and so we're gonna be good. And
He's been like.
yeah, so anyway, go ahead, Sarah.
Well, we have the guys living slide, we have the fire truck coming, we have both, we have
World's best corn dogs.
absolutely just for you.
And
Yes, the black cherry. Yes.
can't do this
Yes,
anymore.
exactly. So, yeah, food trucks lined up, we have all the things, we'll have the water, the water guns, and the license will have the second slide and the water guns. And we also have a volleyball tournament, we're gonna have foam with, a bunch of foam to play in. That's hypoallergenic and safe for the grass. But CrossNet and all of that, and the Weaver CTC with along with David Request is going to do watermelon pie contest. So they're going to provide all that and run that, and it'll be a lot of fun.
Will they be charging for that?
Feel cool, so that those where you just, I don't think you just come once.
I'm wondering if we could have some performers during the day on our stage and just have like almost like some shade set up where people can just come and gather and enjoy and just be there, you know?
We thought about that and we still could do that. We could do it on a volunteer thing. There's nowhere except for down by the baseball thing. It's hot. It's really, really, really hot.
We're gonna have to set up some shade if we do that.
Did we put in for an easy grant for a shade or no?
Not for shade, but for performers, but
So
How much
about doing that.
is that shade portion for our thing?
That's not. So, to fit on the stage, anywhere between 15 to 20. So, I mean, we could do that. It's just really, really, really hot.
Yes, people just bring their own shade, their umbrellas or whatever,
We
right?
could, yeah.
It's not for the performers those standing out there.
We have to provide electricity and stuff. We've thought about the logistics. It's a possibility. We do have the band coming at 6:30 or 6 o'clock for the evening, but we could do that.
I mean, I don't want to force it on you. I just think it'd be like, sometimes it's nice to have something that like the older people can come and do and enjoy and be a part of it. They're not going to go down the slip and slide, but.
Could we, if we have the sound system, would he take that? Could we use that sound system set up and just play some music
Oh, we have some system. We can.
during that?
But if you're talking about performance, you said.
No, I'm just saying if we had music going.
Karaoke, we could do that. We could set it up and they could do karaoke.
that's Steve's thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just some music blaring throughout the neighborhood.
Like karaoke,
Believe it or not.
I actually love it.
People like karaoke.
That's good.
So you know what, we can set up, we have some pop-ups, we'll have the stage. We'll have some pop-ups so we can put on the stage. And then if people, we can set it up and we can invite maybe 1 or 2 people to come perform and we can have karaoke.
Just put that down. We'll talk about that next time. I think that's a good idea to have something.
Remember how the Benson sisters had to pull out last year? Do we have them this year? I know a lot of people are looking forward to that.
They are not together.
Okay. Okay.
And so we have cold water, we're not to that point, you always talk about that.
No, that's okay. I'm sorry.
No, but performers, yes, Cindy and I talked about it and how we would work that. It's a little bit of a scope, but we'll see what we do.
Our show Point S is planning on doing it again. They learned a lot last year what not to do, and that was kind of the first transition from Woody. So I think they did a really good job, but I think it'll be even better this year. They're going to try to advertise a little more. Again, I've told them kind of like Pepsi, I said, put a Point S there. I mean, the Point S is sponsoring this car show. So even though, that they kind of take charge of that. So again, with the tent and a few things like you've done, Tyson, we expect, we'd like to have that and ice and the water. I can help with some of that as well, but just kind of keep that going. Garbage cans was an issue last year, kind of gathering a few of those. So make sure we have some liners they can change that out. And were you changing the garbage cans down there? Did they?
We brought some, but it was back to that where Woody and them that had always historically done it. So we just need a clear.
Just a few cans down there, and then just have some, have a roll or something where you can pull it out, put it in a pile, and then you guys can come and get it if it needs to be changed. I know that was an issue that she talked about, so.
I provide some cans.
Just the barrels, just the barrels, and then as you guys go around, if they can just check those cans so they don't get too full. Because they do have they'll have food trucks down there as well. So, and so they're throwing stuff away on that northeast or southeast corner.
Plan on emptying the garbage down there now.
Well,
We historically haven't.
Well, they were full last time, and I went and pulled some out and put some cans in. So just kind of watch that possibly. I don't think that's something you have to do every hour on the hour, but just maybe just as you're coming up and just kind of looking, and maybe we can pull it out and just pile it, and then we can throw it in the dumpster after or something. I don't know, but
No, we could do it. It's just a matter of just we were asked to in the past. So for the car show.
Just have some cans down there. I've gathered a few in years gone by, but just have a few. I don't know. What can we have? 5 or 6? 4 or 5? What's the big?
It just depends on how many they want.
How many do we have extra?
There should be plenty.
Okay.
There's a stockpile of them if we use those barrels. So
Just the barrels, just have something to put the trash in so we don't leave a mess.
yeah, we're adding that.
I think if there's cans down there, it depends on how many people go and how many people are buying, but they'll eat and then they'll throw it away, and we just don't want to make a mess.
Yeah, we usually, they pop down at some point so we can swap out if they're checking out cars and.
But I want to have a couple of the big rolls where they can just have them access to them, because I had to chase them down before, and or I can have them too. I want the
extra
can.
roll, and we're doing it.
And then, so they can change it out if you guys aren't there. They can pop a can out, tie it, put it down, and then put a new liner in.
Okay.
Just have access if you're not there. And I'm not asking you to monitor it, every second, but just a couple times during the event, maybe just make sure they're not overflowing.
Oh, we'll add it to the day.
Salmon bake, Becky. We know exactly how many are going to come, and so
I finally
Amazing.
figured it out.
you have that formula. Thank you.
No, I wish. That would be great. The cooks are good to go. We talked about last year doing something different with the pop. Tyson has, you want to come with me? About yeah. Need some support.
Sure. No.
No, we talked about doing what they are,
troughs.
the trough things. Do you want to do that, or?
Yeah, I don't particularly like the tubs, but so the bigger troughs where you can get each item in each trough, and you should have colder and you're grabbing from the bottom. I just think you'll get a better rotation out of it, where when we're adding them to those small tubs, you're almost sticking them in on top, and then we're trying to shove them down into the bottom.
Ice is melted in an hour.
Yeah.
How many troughs would we need then?
Then you sort of pick through and
Could we do like a Pepsi and a Diet Pepsi in one trough?
Oh, I haven't know that we should do 6, but
yeah, because then if you're I think there might have been the 2 smaller flavors. I think you could share in one if you had to, but I think
Let's get the troughs. I mean, they're not very expensive. Let's just get them, what, a 4 foot, 5 foot? What are you thinking?
Yeah, I think they were 3 to 4 galvanized troughs.
Whatever.
Well, they're made for serving, so they're narrow. Because some of those bigger ones, you're trying to reach around and you can't get to some of the stuff. And then where they're galvanized, they should store easy enough. And
They're not stackable. Would they be? Would they be stackable?
I think we should have room for them. I think they'd sit inside of each other to some level.
Plastic things.
For a table?
No, it's
Have legs?
like a
Yeah,
feeding
like a
trough.
2-foot trough. I don't have my picture with me.
Okay.
If anybody wants to see it, I have the printout of them from last year, but
I'd say let's just get them.
and we said we wanted to put signs on them, like this is Pepsi, this is what, you know what I mean? That we
yeah,
have
and
no-
you could add all that and then have the water and it shouldn't come off.
You'll
So
stick
you
right
don't
on
want
the-
to do the bags.
Yeah, we'll just stick right on there, you think?
Laminate, yeah.
Yeah, we can get them laminated and stuff.
Be something like that.
Yeah, they're a little longer, but
That's a 2x4 one, I'm sure.
yeah. There's all sorts of
They're on
different
stage.
options. That was the only other talk, because I think we talked about tables to set them up on. And I don't know about the weight with like your lifetime table.
I think just on the ground would be fine because you can dump them right off.
Well, on cinder blocks. Just set them up a little higher on the cinder blocks or something.
Yeah, we could mess with some of those options, just even in the mean, because we'll have some of that stuff we could work
Yeah,
with.
but it's stuff like this that I think we just need to get and have, and we use it every year. And I'm hoping you said the other day that the warmer actually did work. I don't know why, but I want to make sure that those are working.
Yeah, so that's the one, if we're gonna try to extend that out down there, we got thinking about it after, because that's the only thing we added power wise to that site. Is it could have just been a fault out that we were just drawing too much power at that point. Because I don't think we would have done that before, so that might be why that one was failing out, because when we got it back to the shop, it worked. And we couldn't get it to throw the code again. Because we looked up the code and we're getting contacts for the dealer, and then the code would never come on again. So I was wondering if
Well, I hope that we can.
How much power do they draw? Because I've got a couple Honda 2000 generators that run forever.
Well, I'm hoping we can get a line from the restroom over or wherever we can. I don't.
Yeah, and that would, that's where
That
we
would-
were coming from, and our
That would solve it.
gauge of the extension cord is the thicker gauge, and it should run the power, so it gets back to if your breaker is too low of an amp and you're trying to pull. Yeah, and we could bring ours and.
We don't want exhaust
Oh, they're just.
because we have enough gas or smoke that we're smoking ourselves. Anyway. I just want to make sure those things are working. Do we need another chest freezer? We talked about that.
I think we're good for the most part. I don't know. What do you
It just
think?
seems like it's on the
It's
brink
full,
every year,
yeah.
just
I mean,
depending on
it's-
how they bring it in. It seems like.
Yeah.
Becky, I'll let you make that call, but I think if we need it, we have two now, right?
Yeah,
One for
there's-
the ice cream.
One for the ice cream and one for the supplies. Anyway, what do you think?
I mean,
Council, what do you think about, so last year, 2 years ago, we bought the warmers. We have two deep chest freezers right now, one for the ice cream, one for the supplies that they bring to keep them cold while we're serving.
it would be good to
Have one for ice because we have to get rid of all the ice.
I think we would, if we got it, one more chest freezer, or maybe would it benefit us to have a up and down freezer?
Boils.
Steve, so.
Maybe you have a note that we need another chest freezer from last year.
So would we want one that's up so that we could have shelves so we don't have to dig through stuff?
The
Yeah,
chest would probably be.
Unless you want to use the upright for supplies.
That's what I'm saying. We have supplies and we pile all the supplies in from Lee's. And then we're digging through to find,
yeah, because the single chest we have, if it turned into the ice one, because we just use it on, especially those hotter ones, you're rotating the ice through for your pickup, so you don't, you're not running out at any point. And so that's what it sort of overloads when the supplies get there and you're sort of preemptively.
All right.
dumping.
I think, Mayor, let's see if Boyles will donate one, but I think let's look at getting another chest freezer to have for us. The bad thing about that adds to our power supply. Well, hopefully we'll get a piece of
And
concrete.
if we know what's all there, so with that, I can get the electrician out and say, these are the other items we're intending to add this year as well. Based off what we have, what do we need to do to make it work? So as long as everything's gonna stay remotely in the same spot.
We could
I
even
think I
put
should
one
have
over
enough.
by the bathroom if we had to, just because that's
Oh,
like for the ice during the,
And
Yes,
the
there's-
cement slab, I want that to have hold 4. I want to hold the 2 warmers plus the other 2 that we can have. So I want that slab to be big enough to hold all 4 of those. If we need
if
it.
you turned yeah, I get you. If they were the 4 electric warmers in the future.
What else?
okay. Is Sam's Club,
Yes, and we also have a donor, Matt Anderson, HVAC is donating $600 towards the Simon Baker for all the new device.
so do you want me to just give you a list of stuff from Sam, whatever they go?
Yeah, just whatever you want, yeah, but he's donating $600, so towards the Simon Baker and Sam's too.
How much are we getting?
We talked last year about,
We got an extra, if you remember, we did the extra and then we had 50 something fillets left over.
had a lot, we did 1,000 pounds, which I think we ended up with 1,000, we ended up with 4.
I think we ended up with 1,085 with extra at the end. That's what we had.
So we kind of did a panic, bring the rest over because we had so many people in line and then we had plenty.
Dave was
So,
doing bigger slices than the rest. I saw his quantities. He
Yeah.
was trying to gain votes with his
I
mouth that he would give.
wrong one.
It's salmon bake, you gotta, and we had lots of salmon left over, so, you know.
yeah, we kind of like skimmed it down for a minute. because-
Well, so Becky comes up to me, Steve, tighten it up, tighten it up.
Yeah, I know.
No. Well, we want to make sure we have plenty. We don't want to run out of anything. And
You know, the other thing is last year we had the air show and this year we
we
won't.
don't, yeah.
I think, I don't know.
Stick with the
I
1,000
think
and-
let's go 1,000 pounds.
Well, I mean, Lee's will order a little bit more than that and then it's just a matter of what we take. So it'll be,
That's great. And
Yeah.
there's,
Yeah.
you buy,
We haven't asked them yet, I'm sure. Oh, for the tickets?
yeah.
Yeah.
And
$10. So that was the other thing, Heather, that I wanted to put on. I remember. What did we find out about the credit card? Or was that Amy?
We did talk about it, yeah, and Public Works has, so we'll need to order a couple of card readers and we'll need to find a way to adjust the line to have for card payments. But Public Works has a couple of tablets that are in good little secure things that we could use to run them. And so we need to order some equipment.
What's the council's thoughts on that?
I think we need to move into the
When I
digital.
talked to Heather, I said, how many people down there pull out a credit card and no? She said, well, very, very few.
That's what we advertise it that way, cash only.
And so we have, everybody now, has a $10 bill. And, I always have money in my pocket. I'm in that life. Some people don't, they're cashless.
It's just, I don't have the option to have money in my pocket. I wish I did.
So
Wish I had that privilege.
if I don't have money in my pocket, I'm broke.
Yeah.
That's my,
But there are, it is a different.
Well, but I think people will, I almost worry, I would go through and buy 2. Like I would order more. I would buy more if I could use a card than cash.
Right.
so
So I almost wonder if there's people that get done.
we are going to have to, if we do that, we're going to have double the people there because we'll have to have a cash only.
I think we just need one more person.
So, and we'd only, just talking with Heather, be able to accept Visa, MasterCard and Discover. And then there is a little bit of a hit that the city would take on merchant fees.
But we already take a hit if people pre-order. We give them a $1 break, so.
Is it more like 2?
And it's not like we're, no, it's
So,
3%, 3 or 4%.
Did we run out of hot dogs last year? Am I remembering that right? No?
Oh,
No,
We ran out of something.
We ran out of soda. Yeah.
potatoes,
Oh, wow.
Ran out of.
did we reach a hot dog
Rolls.
budget?
rolls.
Ran out of
I
budget.
remember wanting
Rolls.
They forgot. I think they forgot
Oh, it's just-
Oh,
They forgot.
because we had all kinds of,
Yeah, different.
we had Smith's rolls, I'm pretty sure. I saw it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Wait, this is a hot dog.
waiting
one.
for them out.
They really were.
We could change the theme, keep it with the theme that we got going this year and do snow crab instead of salmon.
Yeah.
So,
Oh,
what was that?
credit card, just slow down.
That,
But
Not
they'll
if we have a
they'll
separate
slow
line.
down one. I envision having two lines. It's a cash only box and a credit card. So that
And
should,
then from there, they funnel in.
then they funnel in. So that shouldn't slow it down. Yeah. Okay.
They get confused when you have.
We
more
could
than
do
one.
it kind of like the soda shops though, where, I mean, not that I go to lots of soda shops, but they they come out to you with their little-
expert.
On the line.
Yeah, and just say, hey, is anyone using a card today? And then help them in the line so they can get their tickets.
Yeah.
That's not a bad idea.
But I go to some place and I just get a corn dog. I swipe and it's done. I mean, it's almost faster.
That's what we're
Yeah.
thinking.
Nah, people aren't
The
going.
vending thing is a little nerve wracking and from an auditing standpoint, I don't think we want to jump into that. I love it, but yeah, from a public finance, if we've got stuff in an account that's not completely secured and
We'll have something in place.
Anyway,
Bottom line.
what are your thoughts, council thoughts on jumping into this?
We'll have something.
We'll talk about that more later.
Give you the specifics of what we've.
We also need more seating this year. We didn't, there's a lot of people that didn't, yeah.
we're served.
So Tyson, how many tables do we bring down there? And we talked about this too, having some up here for the breakfast and then just having some stored down.
Yeah, well, so we bring everything but what's up here for the most part.
So how many tables did we get?
Did we buy
10,
10 more
12?
last time?
I don't think we bought any more last
Did we
year.
not buy any more?
Not
There wasn't any left last year.
lifetime ones.
Oh, that's right. We were going to buy more.
Focus down.
Well, let's look right now and if we can get another 10, let's.
Tyson, let's get 12 more of the foldable, lifetime tables.
And 12. 12.
I like the way it
12.
works to you.
I kind of want.
Because we were gonna get them last year, but they were all sold out. We didn't have any more. And I think that'd be. There's one more thing on your list of stuff to do, Tyson. Go ahead,
Yeah.
take tomorrow off. You're fine.
Yeah, there's nothing going on.
Becky, anything else?
Are you, Mayor, good to get the permit? Okay, or are we just gonna tear that out?
Get the permit.
Okay, and Bill,
Give it to me, I'll
I'm
tear
gonna
it
put
up.
it I'm gonna fill it out just like we did last year.
okay.
Providers and everything, so that's what I'll do.
What about our cherrywood?
That's my next, yeah.
Okay.
Tyson,
You should have both of them
Cherrywood.
say-
Don't sit down. Cherrywood.
Yes, we should have enough for another year, but we'll probably need to just post, because we'll take it. We have a place to put it. So we'll probably need to post out that we'd love anybody looking to donate.
Will you
We
cut it
need to
down?
come Pick it up. I think
It
where
needs to be
it's
cut down.
for the city, I don't know, we could talk about it.
It's dead and he could
Just
just.
cherry.
Mayor, do we have anything, Gil?
Not cherry and the baby cell, it gets mixed in with.
Not the Cherrywood development.
Reach out, see if they have any good, and we can't have sticks, we need.
Now, if we can have the wood, we'd cut it down.
Yeah, so I think if they needed it cut down, there'd be some liability stuff you'd have to vet through, so.
So do you
The
know,
main
Phil, do you know-
announcement would be if it's down or it's piled, we'd come trim it up, load our trucks and haul it off for it.
Let me find out.
So we went to, there was one Steve lined up, we went to the home in North Ogden and that worked well, but it was all trimmed up and we just pulled trucks up, mass loaded it and took it and split it here. So
So Heather, maybe put that in just as a blurb somewhere.
You got a splitter?
Mike Humphreys, when we were getting the cherry wood off of his old clearings, we've used his before, but we can rent one. That's something you can get from.
Kevin Bailey has one too. So.
Okay. But yeah, we don't own one, but easy to rent.
They want us to dump that cherrywood north of the trees too this year. I guess, I don't know where we put it last year, but they said they want it north of the trees. And they want the salmon things, the bakers 3 feet apart.
Yeah, and I know there was there was that little hiccup with the
Oh, yeah,
wood.
to have somebody come that set up and show us exactly where they want.
Yeah, and that's what we did last year is Bob went down and they met with, one of the sons.
What time do they get there? 10?
We should have somebody, we should have some high school students, somebody film, make like a little salmon
Documentary.
bake. There's a lot of people that haven't been there, have no idea. It's the first time my parents have gone to it last year and they're like, whoa, this is awesome. Yeah. A lot of people, I love surprising amount of people haven't been to it. So it's just somebody make a video of the salmon bake.
Today with Amy and I.
One last year.
Fiverr, yeah.
Having the kids film and like the youth city council and stuff and film and putting it all together. Yeah.
Line going down the block. It's just gonna
Yeah.
go.
It's just us, Jeff.
This is supposed to be secret though.
That's true.
Yeah.
All right, anything else? Tyson, what about yours from Public Works? What do we, I mean, you guys always do a great job. I've joked with you about sleeping that day, but I know you don't. That's
No,
an
I think
all
most
day
of
thing
this,
that you guys always pull through everything we ask you to do. Thank you.
oh, and most of it just back to any changes, the earlier the heads up we can get, the better it can be for us. So, but I think most of this, from what I could tell, aside from the car show.
Talk to Ann about the pop, because she's got a good document, you know, she, what we ran out of. I know you limited it a little bit last year on the varieties. Let's make sure we have plenty. I mean, they're willing to donate. What do we have?
Yeah, they,
Water, I don't know, how much water do we end up with?
I know we didn't have the leftover stockpile like.
Let's get a few more.
Definitely changes with the temp. If it's
For
the
sure.
100-degree Founder's Day, the water's always gone, and if you have the colder one, it seems like the pop goes.
I've committed to supply the water to the car show like we've done, and I think I grabbed a few more last year just 'cause it was so hot, but.
Yeah, and I can try to match it with the totals and then add 10% from last year or something to the
Yeah.
order.
Yay, Sarah,
Call them or start it.
One more thing,
fireworks.
real quick.
Oh, sorry.
Volunteers. Are you still good to do that?
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
Yeah.
We still got the same list and, okay.
Yeah, just, I think that was good last year, that amount. Okay. Yeah, we'll do the same thing.
Okay, that's it.
The only thing we need is a dedicated person. I think Jerry actually came and helped.
There
Taking
was salmon delivery.
salmon delivery, and he wasn't called to that, but was that, no, that was Penrod.
Yeah, I got it all, man.
Are you gonna
Yeah.
do your?
Okay.
Floaters,
That was a good idea.
it's fun.
Penrod did hot dog delivery. I got it all down.
Okay.
I'm telling you right
Anyway,
here.
Jerry, do you want to help? I mean, that's crucial to have that delivery person be spot on this salmon.
Do that?
I vote yes.
He does a great job, so.
I haven't told everybody yet, but my son comes home from his mission that day. So I don't know what time or what. So, I mean, I'm
to extend.
no, I tried.
Spend the day. Just wait at the airport.
I said,
for a
come a day early,
Take
you
an
know,
Uber.
day late, week early, week late. Why this day? I guess it sends the wrong message if I stay at Founder's Day and not to the airport. So anyway.
The airport only really lasts a couple minutes. Have him come up, we'll honor him at the salmon break.
I don't know what time he's coming, but anyway, I can totally do the volunteers, but I just don't know what time I'm stepping in or out.
Founder, you know.
The fireworks.
Hey.
All right, Sarah, fireworks.
Okay, we've got Weaver High secured, we've got the fireworks secured, the vortex, we've got the band, it's a global band that actually Kevin Owens is doing. It's called, Coldwater, Ben Coldwater, it has Kevin Martin's. Kevin. I can't do this, but anyway, Jefferson G. Anyway, they're a local band, they're pretty awesome.
Let's make sure we have speakers.
And I told them that, I said, we need to have surround.
Well, just something pointing, because there's a whole lot of people that
Yes.
on the northeast side that we could not hear the.
I told them. And David Gordon with the radio, and then if you like YouTube live about the whole day of having some, you know, high school students or whatever else that we have in contact with to film during the day, to use our city's YouTube account to have some fun. But so yeah, we have performers, we have the fireworks, we have facilities working with Tyson at the stage. I don't know.
Do we have to have this ones that we would have, was more central?
You can, just let us know if you want, just we have this, we have to do. Where do you want? And that determines a lot on whether.
I like it.
We did until we found out the
Well, and it was kind of scary, terrifying. Listening. Keep everybody safe.
Yeah, the reason why we did Weaver High is because the fallout area is bigger. And so if we have an area that you want to do them, we just have to have them up for the fire marshal. I know. We'd love to do it as a common one, but then we have to have a fallout area for every single area.
We could have one or two down at the ag basin or something.
Sure. Yeah, if you guys want, do you want them down there?
I don't know. If, can you not hear them down in
I
the?
heard them, but I think,
It's funny.
Why don't we do the ag basin or the all sports, not ag basin, the all sports park down there?
Okay.
And then just at Weaver High, just to,
Their company does it, they come and so they'll set it up, we'll show them, we'll just, you do have that, we'll get it to you.
isn't it stick in the ground and lighten it?
No. As much as we love to, it's like.
All right,
So Weaver High and now. Right?
all right. Anyway, anything else? Heather? Yes, Dave and I just talked about that. We are going to do banners for just the city entrances that say, this is the last Saturday of June.
Awesome.
And
it's done now.
we're going to scale them back a little bit. We're going to do Alberta, Pleasant View Drive, 600, 1,000. Pleasant View Drive, West End. I don't know if we'll do the Rock Quarry. Pleasant View Drive, East End. Then Willowbrook. And I don't know, do we need them off 89 coming up? The people, we've had 3 in the past, and we do have some extras we could put there. We have to drive stakes in the ground for that, which
Last
is,
year's grass was really high. It was hard to find a place people could see them. You know, the one right by the Ogden sign there, the Peterson Ogden sign was easy, but just hard to see them with all the grass. So
we don't need one there, by the way. That was a false.
We have the puzzle design, we put on it on puzzle design.
So it's the 3 entrances. What is it? I don't know.
through those 3 neighborhoods.
3 neighborhoods, yeah.
I don't know. A lot of people driving there.
I want to make sure that because those people that go into those neighborhoods never hit 1,000, they never hit 600. I don't know.
Yeah, probably 1,100 feet, probably the easiest one. All of us.
Yeah.
Well, we'll get with you on that. We're just, anyway. Amy, do you have a study or anything we need to do on?
Lots of studies. I propose 55 studies this next year.
Mayor, I'll turn it back to you with the last word and then.
Flood is the last word.
Oh,
No.
Thank you, everybody. You know, this comes off pretty much without a hitch. We tweak it, we continue to tweak it, just makes it that much better. But yeah, it's great. We get the same players and everybody knows what their job is and what to do, and it just all falls together so well. So thank you, everybody. With that, I'd entertain a motion to adjourn.
I'll second the motion.
Or say aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
I didn't turn it. Did you need to?